I used to think my husband Liam and I had the perfect marriage. We were high school sweethearts, the kind of couple everyone looked up to. We built a beautiful life together over 15 years, with 2 amazing kids and a home filled with laughter. I trusted him with my entire being, more than anyone else in the world. He was my rock, my best friend, my everything. That's why, when the first crack appeared, I almost refused to see it. It started subtly. He began working late more often, citing big projects and tight deadlines. At first, I was his biggest cheerleader, making sure dinner was warm when he got home, telling him how proud I was. But the late nights became more frequent, stretching into weekends. He'd come home smelling faintly of a perfume that wasn't mine, and he'd dismiss it as a colleague's, or say I was imagining things. His phone, which used to be left casually on the counter, was now always in his pocket, screen down, and password protected. When I asked about it, he'd get defensive, accusing me of being paranoid. The distance between us grew into a canyon. Our conversations became purely functional, about bills and the kids' schedules. The laughter that once filled our home was replaced by a heavy, suffocating silence. I felt a knot of anxiety tighten in my stomach every time he walked out the door. I started looking for evidence, hating myself for it, but I needed to know if I was losing my mind. I checked his credit card statements and found charges for fancy restaurants I'd never been to, and hotel stays in our own city. His excuses were always ready, always plausible on the surface. A business dinner, a conference. I so desperately wanted to believe him. The breaking point came on our anniversary. I had planned a special surprise dinner at home. I cooked his favorite meal, the kids made him cards, and I wore the dress he always loved. He was supposed to be home by 6. 6 o'clock came and went. Then 7, then 8. I called his phone, and it went straight to voicemail, over and over again. By 9, the kids were asleep, the food was cold, and my heart was shattered. He finally stumbled in around midnight, looking disheveled and avoiding my eyes. He claimed his car broke down and his phone died. But I could smell the same strange perfume, stronger this time, mixed with the scent of wine. That was it. I couldn't live in the shadow of his lies anymore. The next day, while he was in the shower, I did the one thing I swore I never would. I checked his phone. It was unlocked, and there it was. A string of messages, not from a colleague, but from a woman whose name I didn't recognize. Messages filled with love notes, inside jokes and plans for their future together. They had been seeing each other for over a year of lies. A year where I was living in a fantasy while he was building a life with someone else. Every late night, every business trip, it all clicked into place. The floor fell out from under me. The confrontation was the most painful moment of my life. He didn't even try to deny it. The man I had loved for half my life stood before me as a stranger, admitting he had betrayed me in the deepest way possible. The trust that was the foundation of our family was gone, completely pulverized. Rebuilding from that kind of destruction is a long and difficult journey, but staying in a house built on lies was no longer an option. I had to choose myself and my children. My perfect marriage was a lie, and facing that truth, as heartbreaking as it was the first step toward finding my own strength again. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you are not alone.